What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video, and today we're continuing the NHL trade deadline previews, and today we're talking about the Carolina Hurricanes, who have been in a lot of rumors for quite some time. They feel like we've been hearing that they're good trade partners for a lot of teams because of their defensive depth, but currently, as I'm recording this, it's the 8th of February. Carolina is sitting third in the wild card spot. They have 60 points. They're trailing Pittsburgh by 3 points. And again, this can change at any time. So if you're watching this at a later date, obviously some things may change. A trade might have happened, but this is just my video for now on the 8th. So, like I said, Carolina is a team that a lot of people have been linking the Toronto Maple Leafs to, and other teams that need defensemen. So, I don't know. We'll have to see what Carolina wants to do, because we're going to go to their cap friendly here, and currently, apparently, they have $16 million in cap space. So, they're in a good spot to do a lot of things. If Carolina wants to add and go for it at the trade deadline, if they want to go for it and try to make the playoffs, they can do that. If they want to take on bad salaries to get better players, they can do that. Or they can just stay put and see where the market is and try to go after some free agents, because in the summer they will have probably roughly $26 to $29 million in cap space. But they need to sign 2 goaltenders because Mrazek and McElhinney are up, and we're not sure if they're going to do that. Hayden Fleury is an RFA. Greg McKegg probably doesn't matter. Brock McGinn, he'll need a contract. Sebastian Aho, that's their big deal. Michael Furlan's a UFA, and apparently they've held back on him. We'll get to that in a second. And Justin Williams, their captain. I don't know if they're going to hold on to him. His $4.5 million cap hit might mean that cap hit might go down a little bit. I don't know what they're going to do there. They just signed Teuvo Teravainen to an extension to $5.4 million AAV. So that's pretty good, but that's their situation. They've got all their picks coming up. They've got multiple second-round picks, multiple third-round picks in 2020. They got multiple sixth-round picks in the next 2 years. They've got 1 7th-round pick, which is Boston. So they've got a lot of picks, a lot of cap space, which is pretty good for them. And like I said, they've been linked to a lot of teams. But first, let's talk about the Michael Furlan thing. Darren Dreger reported that the Hurricanes might hold back on trading Michael Furlan to see how things go and use him as an own rental. Now, I would suggest they do that, but at the same time, if Carolina kind of views this season as their last, kind of waiting and seeing period, where next season they actually do go for it, they acquire some better pieces for their blue line, their blue line's good, but scoring is what they need. For their goaltending, maybe they grab another goaltender, because they might hold on to McElhinney and maybe grab a goaltender that can play more games than McElhinney, because he is getting up there. But Furlan would be interesting. You'd probably get quite a bit for him. Not a ton, but you'd probably get at least a good enough haul from whatever team, and we've heard he's been linked to a lot of teams. But the other thing that's been talked about is the Leafs and the Hurricanes. We heard about it with the Nylander stuff, Kapanen, Janssen, everybody. But Pierre LeBrun basically said that the Hurricanes and Leafs are still talking, and they've been scouting each other like crazy. So one of my sources in Buffalo saw Maple Leafs assistant general manager Lawrence Gilman in the press box in Buffalo for Thursday's game against the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't think he's there to scout the Sabres, as far as I can tell. And he says, is Gilman there because the Leafs still covet a right-handed shot defenseman, or is it because of Michael Furlan? I don't think it's for Michael Furlan. It could be. I don't know. He's a power forward. He'd be a good upgrade for there. But this is the second time that Gilman has scouted the Hurricanes over the last couple weeks. So I don't know how unusual it is to send an assistant GM to games, but it seems like that's a little bit more intense, that he's actually looking at stuff. But we'll have to see. There's been a lot of talks of Kapanen going there because, his dad played there. There's some history there, but he can provide speed and scoring, whereas the Leafs could use a defenseman. I don't think the Leafs want to trade Kapanen or Janssen. They kept him out of the Muzzin talks, as far as we know, and they didn't have to trade them, so that was good. But I don't know. The Hurricanes would be very interesting to see a trade come through. We do know that the Leafs seem to be the most heavy scouted team for both sides. And I think the Hurricanes should kind of stay put a little bit. And I think that they should sell off Michael Furlan and other pieces they feel like won't be on the team next season. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Hurricanes, while I think that they're a decent team, I don't think that they're a team that can make a deep playoff run. So if they start buying players now and they can't hold on to them next season, then it's going to look bad on them if they get bounced in the first round. I think that if they can grab players that will be on the roster for the next couple years, then yeah, sure, I guess that's a a good buy because you're buying for the future as well. But Carolina is going to be one of these interesting teams in the next couple weeks. And like I said, it's the 8th when I'm recording this, so things can change. But I'd be interested to see where Carolina goes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, just a quick trade deadline preview for the Carolina Hurricanes. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. I'd love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Make sure to click that notification bell and the like button. That was awkward. That was not how I want to end my video, but I'm going to anyways. Peace.